simplest form, the philosophy in my mind behind local food is that it is a direct way of establishing responsible relationships between people and the food they eat and the ecosystem or the natural environment they live in. Because people buying the food rely on the local farmers to take care of their local landscape. The local farmers feel responsibility in their relationships to the consumers to provide good food and to do it in a way that they know that the people are going to be okay with.
The Midwest is the heartland of America, and Kansas is a good place to take the pulse of the American food system. The issues and debates surrounding local food that are going on in Lawrence, Kansas at the farmers market are representative of the agricultural debates going on all across the country. There are two basic opinions about the local food movement. One side supports local food, and the other side believes in industrial agriculture. They often disagree about the right way to grow food.
At the moment, the alternative to local food is mass-produced, industrially, raised agriculture, mostly monoculture, where you raise one thing in a large area in a large quantity at a time.
The United States has a population of approximately 330 million people, all of whom expect to eat 3 times a day. That's 1 billion meals, 365 days a year. It's inevitable that our food industry is going to be made up of larger businesses serving thousands or hundreds of thousands of people.
The problem with that is very simple. Industrial agriculture mines resources and doesn't replenish them.
What if consumers don't want to have highly mechanized, chemical-intensive agriculture? That's a conversation it's hard to have in this state because those forms of agriculture dominate agricultural practices, and the agricultural interests that exist economically and politically are relatively dominant in this state.
We're living in a paradigm where all of our economic activity is based on mining resources from the earth, transforming them into something, and then throwing them away as waste when we're done with them. On a fundamental level, all of us, even your hardest core industrialist, knows that that is not a sustainable model.
Thank you.
Kansas in many ways is a foundational part of the big business food system. So we're kind of in the belly of the beast, so to speak, in terms of people who want to contest that larger food system and say it's not meeting all of our needs.
Local food's extremely important. In Kansas at the Department of Agriculture, we define local as anything produced, processed, or manufactured in Kansas. That's local to us.
There are quite a few advantages of local food. You certainly support the local economy. You get the best flavor and freshness by buying local. You get to talk to the farmer and find out something new and different maybe about the variety.
Do you have another cocktail coming, or would you like one?
I just ordered one from the horses.
Okay, I'll make sure it comes right out, okay? Yep.
The reason we primarily focus on local produce when we're able to access it, which is the months of April through October, is because the food tastes better. It doesn't come from a giant political agenda. It doesn't come from anything other than we like the way it tastes better than anything else we can get. We like the people that provide it for us, and we like nurturing those relationships and supporting the local economy. The food is better.
You guys reasonably satisfied at this point? Okay, good.
Thank you.
You got Yelp on your phone, right? If we screw something up, just get on there and just tear it. Oh, fantastic. Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. When I walk away, you'll be like, that guy, what?
Yeah.
So I get it.
We frequently get things that have come out of the ground the same day. So if you come in here for dinner at 8 o'clock at night, those months, a lot of that produce that you end up with on your table was picked that day or the day before.
On the bottom shelf in the middle, those are seconds.
Okay.
We have our loyal customers that want just seconds.
The most important thing about local is the freshness quality. If you are picking it yourself, there is no doubt how fresh it is. It's as fresh as it can be. We've been taking cherry tomatoes to farmers market for several years, and it was a few years ago when I realized that we didn't have one of the varieties. We had several different varieties. We had yellow pear, black cherry, we had currants, but we were missing the snow whites. And so on a Monday morning, I asked the kids that picked for us, how come we don't have snow whites at farmers market? And They kind of kicked the dirt and put their eyes down and said, well, those are the ones that we eat. And so they realized that from being out there picking them and taste testing every one of them, that was the sweetest variety of cherry tomatoes that we have.